Okay, good evening all of you. So now in today's class we will see first what is recycling of paper, and the next one is what is the method of controlling the deforestation, like in the sense of opposite to the deforestation is called as reforestation, means again regrowing the forest, that is called as reforestation. So let us discuss regarding recycling of paper. So as we know that what is the meaning of paper, we are all using for writing works, correct? What we are using in our everyday life for writing something, data or something is called as paper, correct? Yes or no? So this paper is produced from where? This paper, basically paper, where it is produced. So paper is produced from plants only, correct or not? Yes or no? Yes. So that is why we have to learn recycling of paper, because to produce a huge amount of paper, we people are killing millions of trees for every year. So that is also understanding. It has been that 17 full-grown trees are needed to make 1 ton of paper. Imagine that. Then how much forest are we are cutting? Even one Mount Jan school alone used to use minimum 10-15 tons of paper per year. Will you believe it or not? Because everybody is using for DRD, for notebook, for classwork, this, that, and all, etc. Rough for assignments, this and all. Correct or not? Again, for project work, so many things we are using. Correct? So, paper is one of the most important products which we get from the forest. Which we get from where? Forest. Most important. Paper is the most important product which we used to get from where? Forest. Do you understand it, Chaitanya? That is. So now, let us
Yes,
discuss.
sir.
So if you take here, a paper is made from wood pulp that is produced from the wood of forestries. Means they used to first make the wood into the wood pulp, means in the sense of a crushed one. So from that only the paper is produced. That is what is paper. So paper means what? Paper is a, understanding, paper is made from wood pulp. Paper is made from what is that? Wood pulp. Do you understand it? Wood pulp, which is coming from where? Wood pulp is coming from? That is produced from the wood of forest trees. That is wood pulp that is produced from the wood from the forest. Correct or not? So, for example, if you want to produce 1 ton of paper, how much? 1 ton. 1 ton of paper. 1 ton means how many kgs, Chaitanya? John?
100 kg.
100. Ton. Not quintal. Quintal is 100 kg. 1 ton.
Sir.
Understand? So if you want to make 1 ton of paper, remember, if you want to make 1 ton of paper, means in the sense of 1000 kg of paper, then we need 17 full grown trees, means a very well developed trees we have to cut it. That is what you remember. So it is even estimated that. So 17 full grown trees are needed to make 1 tons of paper. 1 ton of paper, how many trees are required? 17 full grown trees. Full grown trees needed. Understand, Hari? Sorry, Johan? Chaitanya, that is what? Note it down. Very, very important. So that is why, you see, understand? So many trees have to be cut down from the forest to make paper. Throughout the world, imagine how many lakhs of students are there, how many government offices are there, how many employees are there, how many people are there, how much paper they are using every day. We cannot count it. Is it yes or no? Because if we are educated or uneducated, everybody directly or indirectly, we people are using paper. Correct or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
That is why paper making is the main cause of this damaging of forest. What is that called? What is the main cause of, another cause of this one? Deforestation. Correct or not? That is also the main reason why we need to cut the forest to produce what? To produce the
Paper.
paper. Understand, Ra? That is, write it. Paper making is another cause of deforestation. Paper making is we have so many things for making furniture, etc., etc., etc. But paper is also making paper. Making paper is another cause of deforestation. You understand? Another cause of deforestation. So we should save the paper. If you are saving the paper, means in the sense of you are saving indirectly what? You are saving the what?
Trees, sir.
Correct or not? So if I am saving one page paper, then I am saving at least some part of the tree. Suppose in my full life, if I am saving 1 ton of paper, means in the sense of how many trees I have saved, Ra? Hari, Johan, how many
Sir, full grown tree.
grown trees I have saved? That is what? So saving paper is saving forest. Saving electricity is generating electricity. Correct or not? Yes or no? So same way. So that is the reason. It is becoming one of the major reason of deforestation. As a responsible citizen, as a responsible person from this nature, part of this nature, we should save paper to save the forest trees. So if each one of us saves just 1 sheet of paper in a day, how much, right? Just 1 sheet of paper in a day. You people have may noticed it. Suppose you see, here I am writing, this is my digital board because it is erasable. Correct or not? Even I can write this much big I am writing. I am leaving a gap and all. Correct, Hari, Johan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is my digital one, so nothing will happen. Even I am writing very, very big in size, everything. But you people, you may I used to observe some of your students. You people write this much big size, and you will unnecessarily, if something goes wrong, 1 letter also, you people will tear the page. Correct or not? Yes. So we can see, even simply we can use to tear the very good paper also, which has been not written. So if one of us, everybody, each one of us saves just 1 sheet of paper in a day, we can save many trees in a year. Is it yes or no? Imagine 700 billion people are there in the world. So just averagely you take it. Everybody is saving 1 page for every day. Then definitely in that full year, we used to save many trees in a year. Is it yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You can see, for example, coming to our school only. So you may check once, if you go your previous class 7th class works, and you check it, or else what are the notebooks given by school and all. Is it, are you completed 100%, Johan, Chaitanya? Is it, are you utilized it 100%? Definitely you may not. Correct? So, and so many pages, we used to write only one side. Your school notebooks, you can see your classworks. Most of the pages we are used to write one side, and another side we will leave it. Correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
We people are not we are not saving the paper. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
We can save each one of us. We can save the paper by writing fully on both the sides of every sheet of paper in our notebook. We should not without leaving any blank sheets. If you are trying to write your classwork fully, so indirectly you are helping the nature. Is it yes or no? And you are helping yourself also. Yes. If trees are available, we people are directly will be happy. Correct or not? We'll get enough sufficient rains, we'll get enough sufficient food, and everything will be happening. If there is nothing, then what will happen? Definitely we need to face the problem. Correct or not? That is both the sides, if you are using every sheet of your classwork, our notebook, everything, if you are using without leaving any blanks, if you are writing. I'm not saying that like understanding, like invisible, normal font size, both sides you have to write it. Should not leave like big size letters and leaving more spaces. Somebody you may observe, line by line they will write. Have you noticed it?
Yes,
That's
sir.
not wasting of paper only. So this is the one method of saving paper. As a student, as a responsible of citizen of India or else country, these people understand we can write our classworks fully on the both the sides. Or else if the classwork few pages are empty, next year we can use as a rougher, understanding for calculating or doing some other thing, just simply crushing and throwing out. That is no use. So there is a first method of saving the paper. Also, we can save paper by using chalk and slate for doing rough work. Do you notice it? When I'm in class 10th, still I remembered. You may ask. Now, all of you tell me, Johan and Chaitanya, rough work, where you people are practicing? Rough work, where are you practicing?
Rough notes, sir. Like
Rough notes.
old notes. Old notes.
Yes or no?
In old notes, really.
Notes are rough notes, correct? But you just ask your father. Or else, let me say, when I am in 10th class, do you notice it? For practicing mathematics, I am 554 in class 10th, 95 mathematics and 99 in science. So I used to practice most of the time, not every time I can say 100%. Most of the time, I used to prefer the slate. Do you remember the slate which we used to use
Yes,
in
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
preschool, kindergarten we'll use? Same thing we need to use instead of paper and a notebook. Is it good or not? Is it a good habit or not?
Yes, sir.
Nowadays we will never use. Is it yes? Definitely.
We'll use
Yes,
both,
sir.
sir.
Yes. Good. Yeah, you can find. See, nowadays chalk and a slate is not required. We have a whiteboard and markers. Correct. That is also good. Yes.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
also somewhat we have a loss for producing that colors. That colors is also generating from so many plants only. Do you understanding?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that is
Yes, sir.
somewhat use. Very good. Instead of using this unnecessary thing. So you may see that even before I used to teach from the board. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm using, monthly minimum. You won't believe that I'm spending 500 averagely for purchasing color alone. Color alone, marker ink. 500 I'm spending. Each bottle is 35 rupees, 15 ml. So that is why now I stick to do this. So this is what zero cost. Correct. Only I have invested 3,700 rupees for this. So digital one, everything, no erasement, nothing. Directly I can go. No need to do anything. Correct or not? So no
Yes,
test,
Yes, sir.
no everything. So like that. If you are using still, even this is dangerous. This using this laptop and all also, it is very dangerous. So if you are using
Why,
slate
sir?
chalk, it is very good feeling. And even if you are practicing in that like mathematics and science numericals or something, then it is even best for us. We are saving a lot of huge amount of paper in our life. Correct or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Same paper, you can see. Suppose your notebooks, if you sell it to the paper buyers, they will use it. They will use as in shops. We can see bhaji, bonda, vada shops. They will parcel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is also one of the use, but that is very dangerous because that oil, that ink, whatever we are using, it is a dyes made with a dye. Colors are very poisonous. So if you are using that paper for packing and all, even a newspaper also, that colors will dissolve with that, and it is very dangerous for us. So it is not good for us.
Instead for that, we can recycle it, sir.
Yes. That is why we have to go a term called as not recycle. Recycle is the last option. Before that, we have one more thing called as reuse. What we should call, Shruti?
Reuse.
Reuse.
Means
Reuse.
the same paper. If possible, I am saying, if possible, we should use the used paper again and again. For example, you can see, I can make envelopes. For example, you see, most of your parents, you are having a printing machines. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, unfortunately, we used to print some wrong thing on one side. Correct?
Yes, sir. We can use the another side.
So immediately we people will crush it and will throw in the dustbin. But maybe the same thing we may not use it for official purpose, but unofficially to print something, we people can use it. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reusing of the same paper again and again, it is also one of the best things. Or else you can see, we can make paper envelopes. Do you remember? Paper envelopes we can make it. Yes or no? I have written one side.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a use of that paper. I can make, if it is a very good paper and very thick quality, everything good. Can I make a paper envelope?
Yes, sir.
Just reverse it. I will keep that letters, whatever it is, the reverse inside, and I will use it as again for like an envelope, correct? Like these methods, you can reuse the same paper again and again. So this is what, like, how to save the paper or else how to reuse the paper. But in this both the cases, sir, I am unable to save the paper and I am unable to reuse the paper. We can go for the next mode. Understand? The next mode is called as recycling of paper. What is that?
Recycling the paper.
Means the sense of process the waste paper so that it can be used again by making into the new paper. How we can make it?
New paper.
Paper. So I will say you, for example, you see. So that what is the meaning of recycling of paper? First we will write it down. So what is the meaning of recycling? Recycling. Reuse over now. Reduce, reuse, now recycle. First one is what? Reduce. Correct or not? Reduce. How to minimize? How to save the paper is called as reducing of uses of paper by using slate or by using writing, utilizing full class work. Correct or not? That is what reducing. Understanding. Next one is what? Reuse. Now third one is what? Recycle.
Recycle.
Tribular. Understand? Reduce, reuse, recycle. So let us come to the recycle of paper. Recycle of paper. Write it. That right. The recycling of paper means, or else directly you can write. It means to process the waste paper. It means to process the waste paper. To process the. Are you writing like me very big? To process the.
Yes, sir.
Very big are you
No,
writing?
sir. No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Paper.
No, sir.
Yeah. To process the waste paper to what? Waste paper.
Recycling a new paper to a new paper.
Paper to a new paper. New paper. Waste paper to a new paper so that it can be used again. So that it can be used again to make new paper. To make new paper so that it can be used again. Do you understanding that? That is. For example, what kind of paper are you using in our life? Example, daily life. You tell me, how many of you are reading newspaper? Still, do you have newspaper?
Sir, sometimes I will read, sir.
Sometimes. So you can see paper can be recycled from old newspapers. Today's newspaper is tomorrow's waste paper. Correct or not? Yes or no? So old newspapers, magazines, our notebooks, our textbooks, and packaging materials we can reuse after removing ink from them. Sir, how to remove the ink? We can do by using chemical process. Understand? So if all of us keep on collecting old newspapers, magazines, books, notebooks, and paper wrappers, etc., and if we'll send it for paper mills, for recycling through a understanding, like who is like somebody who is collecting, who is purchased from us, and they will be able to save many forest trees from being cutting down because the paper will be recycled. Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sir, I don't know if it's the right question or not. How many times we can recycle our paper, sir?
Suppose, for example, you see, I will say you. So, very good. It is good question. Suppose you can take your notebooks and all. Actually, if you can use it for, if you're removing the ink, you can use it as a normal paper also. If not also, your teachers may use a filter paper. Do you know it? Filter papers they will produce, which is having a little bit dark in color and thick in color. Filter papers we can call. Have you seen or not? Anytime?
No, sir.
No. So I will show you the filter paper. So usually, Shruti, we can make even this normal paper by crushing it and grinding it. We can make the filter paper. What is that?
Filter paper.
Filter paper, which we can use to filter the substances in our laboratory. Actually, all the laboratories, they will use this filter paper by recycling papers only. Even so many, our university, we people used to, understanding, make our filter paper by our own. We no need to purchase because it is even cost effective. So they will collect a lot of, see, our university is not a notebook at all. Everything is digitalized university. So we people use most of the things, everything, even diary notes also we will write in, understanding, in our laptop only. So you can see this is what we should call as filter paper, which we can use to filter the substances in the chemical laboratory or chemistry laboratory. Do you understanding?
Yes, sir. In lab, I see.
Yeah, lab you may see this paper. Your teacher may use it. Like this we can make. You can make it. Can you able to see this picture? This
Yes,
picture.
sir. Yes, sir.
So you can see a little bit rough surface. This paper is a recycled paper. Do you understand? It has been used,
Yes, sir.
and it is not even that much soft. Understand already, Johan? So this is actually recycled paper. So I will say you the examples also. You can take. So this all the papers if you'll observe, understand. So whatever you are observing, like in the sense of notebooks, magazines, everything, it will send it to the recycling paper mills. So they can be recycled 5 to 7 times for use. How many times do you think you asked this question? Correct or not? How many times
Yes,
they can
sir.
use? 5 to
5 to 7 times.
we can use again and again. So suppose we should save paper. Because of this, we can save paper, we can reuse paper and recycle paper. Correct or not?
Yes,
Three
sir.
methods we have. We have to reduce the usage of paper, we have to reuse the paper, and we have to recycle the papers. So if you'll send it to this paper mill industries, this all the newspapers, magazines, books, everything through junk dealers, means who will purchase kabadi wala we can call them, who will purchase these newspapers, waste books and all. You may get it even in our homes also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Who
We
can,
give, sir.
yeah, who can buy this all the waste books and all, and they will give you something exchanging, correct or not? Something, some materials and all. So that persons, yes. So that persons, if you give them, they all will sell it to again that paper mill, so that paper mill person, they can use the same paper for 5 to 7 times, depend upon the quality of the paper, finest quality. You may notice it. All our rough notes are very rough, and middle we used to see that different colors also present. Have you noticed it? Our rough notebook, which
Yes,
is
sir.
very dark in color, not white, dark in color. Have you noticed it or not? Usually I used to prefer that rough notebook in our university. Even our normal subject also we used to prefer that, because very low cost and more number of papers will come. Have you remembered?
Yes, sir.
Because it is a recycled paper. Recycled paper, so that the quality won't come that much. The paper which is produced from the wood pulp or wood is the finest quality. Like white notes, classmate notes and all. Have you noticed it? Very cost, correct or not? 200.
Yes, sir.
250. That is the finest quality. So if you are keep on using recycling, the worst quality, like quality will decrease, like that 5 to 7 times you can do. But
Easily it can be tagged, sir.
still we have a purpose of it, correct or not? Suppose you see, is it needed to use a finest quality for rougher? You tell me, Johan.
Sir?
No, correct?
No, sir.
Even though you can use normal paper also, who will say no objection? Is it, suppose your school will give you very best quality notes for everything, I know that. Is it needed for us?
No, sir.
Not required. But what we will do, still we will go with that and we will purchase that. That's correct or not? Everywhere it is happening common. We cannot say objection. Now, while we are studying only, it will be in our mind. Just after this class, again immediately Johan and will go and will tear 2 pages and will throw. That's all. Correct, Johan?
No, sir.
Just I am saying you. It is usual, correct. I am used to observe in class. So many. Simply that you will use what is that fountain pens you people will use. Just it will, the ink will spill out immediately. 10 papers, 15 papers, tearing and throwing everywhere. Why it is? Is it needed, Shruti? But your friends also,
No.
you may also done, correct or not? Definitely you people wish to done.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that should be avoided. That is what we are learning the subject. We have to inbuild. If it is good thing, we have to follow. At least you three people are there. You three people every day you are saving one paper per day, one paper by minimizing usage, or else reusing same paper, or else recycling. Recycling you people cannot do. So reducing and reusing in our hands only. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Save at least some amount of paper in our daily life. That is what. So these are the methods. So we can save the paper by using understanding. We can conserve the paper, or else we can recycle the paper by using reducing usage, or else reusing and recycle paper.
Recycle.
So by doing this, we will not only save trees but also save energy also. Correct or not? Sir, how, sir? Because I will say, you may see, if you want to manufacturing the one single paper, do you know that how many liters of water is required? Electricity is required to cut the wood, to crush it, make it pulp and processing it, producing paper and all. Energy is required. Lot of energy is required. So we are indirectly saving energy also. And as well as, do you know that if you want to produce one paper, how much amount of water is needed? Any idea?
Sir, one
I
paper
don't-
only.
One paper, 1 liter. One paper, 100 liters of water is needed. Will you believe it? 100 liters of paper is needed to process one page of paper. Then imagine, Ra, how many liters we are wasting. Do you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, we will not only save the trees. By saving the paper, we are not only saving the trees, we are also saving what? We will save energy and water needed for manufacturing process. So manufacturing process required a lot of amount of understanding water and as well as energy. And do you know one thing? Those who are working in paper industry, so many health defects will come. Why? Because the processing paper is dealing with so many chemicals. So that is why they are affecting with lifelong diseases also, permanent diseases also. So that is what I can say. We can also, the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper mills also be reduced if you are reducing the usage of paper and if you are reusing the paper. Is it yes or no? That is what. Because of us, if the students alone, you can see around 200 billion students are there in the world. If 200 billion students are saving every day one paper and they are having this motto, then definitely some percentage of people are understand, some percentage of usage of chemicals is reduced, some amount of water has been conserved, some amount of energy has been conserved, and huge amount of paper has been conserved. Correct? So these are the benefits of, like, buy one get three free. Correct or not? If you do one thing, 3 benefits are there already.
Water is also conserved, no, sir?
Yes, water also, because huge amount of water is used for processing paper. So buy one get 3 free. So what, if you save the paper, you can save energy, you can save water which we are using for manufacturing paper, and also we can use reducing the usage of harmful chemicals which we are using in
Chemicals.
manufacturing process of paper. Will be paper making will also be reduced. That is what we should call as uses of recycling papers. Now we can see from this we can conclude what we can conclude, Ra. Because of reuse paper, because of we should save paper, we have to reuse paper, we have to recycle paper. So because of these 3 things we can conclude few things. Can you able to say what is that? To save,
Sir, we can conserve plants
to
and
save
animals, sir.
from being cutting down, we have to save paper, we have to reuse paper, and we have to recycle paper. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One.
Reduce paper, reuse
Paper
paper.
industry. To save water used in paper industry. So that is, you can make it. Examples. What is that example, Ra? Newspaper and all, correct? You can write newspaper. Examples of what? Converting the newspaper. Wait. It has been stuck. Okay. So examples, what is the papers? Recycling of newspapers,
Newspaper, rough notes.
notebooks, textbooks, magazines,
Sir, erasers.
etc. Eraser also, it is one of the product of plant only. Understand? Rubber. Okay. That is newspaper, notebooks, textbook, etc. can be recycled, can be
Recycle.
Recycled. How many times? 5 to
7 times.
7 times by sending the paper mills. By sending back to the what?
Paper mills.
By sending back to paper mills. You understand? So now,
Yes, sir.
what is the uses of this one? Why we should?
To conserve plants and animals.
Why we should save? Understanding? Save paper. Next one, reuse paper. Save, reuse paper, and recycle paper. Recycle paper. So save paper also we can call it as what? Reduce paper. The usage of understanding. Reducing usage. Reducing usage. Do you understanding? Reuse. Okay. So why? First one. What is the first one?
Sir, to conserve plants and animals.
To save forest trees from being cut down. To save forest trees. Forest trees from being cut down. Understand? Next, second one. To save water used in paper making. To save
Water used.
to save water.
Then to save energy.
Yes. Paper manufacturing or making you can write. Manufacturing or making both are same. Next, third one. Third one. To save energy. Energy means what? Electricity used in making paper. Understand, Ra? To save.
Yes, sir.
To save
Energy.
energy. Energy means what?
Electricity.
Used in
Manufacture of papers. Manufacturing of papers.
Then we also save human cells.
what? Yes. That is chemicals. Last one is chemicals. So what is that chemicals? We can reduce the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making. To reduce the
Reduce harmful chemicals.
amount of harmful chemicals. Harmful chemicals used in harmful chemicals.
Preparation of papers.
Chemicals used in
Manufacture of papers.
paper making. Make it simple. Don't go for complicated statements. Okay. Paper making. So this is all about it. Any doubt? Anything you ask? That's all. So
No,
you
sir.
it's very well. So you may understand what is recycling and what is the use of save paper, reuse paper, and recycle paper. Three things: reduce of usage, reuse of paper, recycling of paper. Triple R. Understanding. So reducing of usage of paper also we can call it as save paper. So that is. So this is what is the use. We have a 4 benefits of it. One thing if you'll do 4 benefits we have. That is why we have to do it. Correct or not? That is.
Yes, sir.
If you understand this, then we have to go for next one, the last concept in this chapter called as reforestation. What we should call?
Reforestation. Saving plants and trees.
Yes. Reforestation. So please
Plants
keep
and animals.
no animals. Reforestation means again is just opposite to the deforestation, just growing the plants. If you cut one tree, you have to grow one more tree. Again, now what the present government is following. Understand? So the answer, the biggest answer, or else the permanent solution of deforestation is reforestation. What is that? Permanent solution. What is that?
Reforestation.
Reforestation. So that is what you can write. The answer to the problem of deforestation is the answer. Deforestation is the question for us. Correct or not? Deforestation is
Yes,
question.
sir.
But that is why. So the answer for the deforestation is the answer. The correct answer. The correct answer for
Reforestation.
deforestation
Reforestation.
Deforestation is reforestation. Do you understand? No. Let us
Yes,
see
sir.
what is this deforestation, reforestation. Definition. So what is reforestation?
To say conserve plants and
Conserve
trees.
plants not just growing again, understanding the planting of trees in an area in which forests were destroyed. Means suppose I have killed this forest this year, so I have realized it now. So again I will grow the plants again in the same forest, same area where I have destroyed. That is called as reforestation. Do you understand? Reforestation
Yes, sir.
means to cover again with the forest. To cover again with the forest. Means,
Again with the
how I
forest.
will cover? Is it by planting, by standing, or by planting? By planting.
Planting.
Once if I cut, I cannot grow the same plant again. So that what I have to do? I have to plant the new trees. Correct or not? So
Yes,
the
sir.
planted trees should generally be of the same species which were cut down from the forest during deforestation. So whatever the plant I have cut here, same same species, I should grow again in the same understanding during reforestation. Whatever during deforestation I have cut, the same place I have to grow the same tree. Then that is called as what? Reforestation.
Reforestation.
So we should plant at least as many trees as have been cut down. If I'll cut 10 trees, at least I have to plant at least 9 trees, or 10 also. More than 10 also, no problem. But at least we should plant at least as many trees as have been cut down. So in this way, the forest will continue to have sufficient number of trees all the time. If I'll cut one tree, again if I'll grow somewhere, then it will be balanced so that at least we will have enough sufficient number of forest and the enough sufficient number of trees at all the time. Do you understanding? So now at present what we people are doing, only cutting we know, correct or not? We don't know.
Deforestation.
Yeah, we don't know growing, only we know cutting. But recently one man called as, actually he is actually forest man, means in the sense of he used to grow more than 1 lakh. Yeah, 2 days before he has been passed away. Actually he has planted so many plants, millions of plants to produce the oxygen, but due to that lack of oxygen only he has been passed away recently, 2 days before. Do you understand? That is what we can say. So at least we have to save that. And also remember, deforestation also we can call it as afforestation. What we should call?
Afforestation.
Afforestation. AFFO-RE. Afforestation. AFFO-RE. Please write. What?
So deforestation.
Yes. See, deforestation means cutting the trees. Reforestation means same place, same area, we have to grow the same type of tree. Correct or not?
No, sir. Afforestation means what, sir? Deforestation or reforestation?
Deforestation, cutting. Reforestation,
No.
growing the same plant in same place. Correct or not? No.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I'm having a garden. There is no tree before. Now if I will start planting and I will start growing, that is called as afforestation. What is it called? Afforestation.
Yes, sir.
Deforestation.
Do you understand, Ra? Deforestation,
Yes, sir.
reforestation, afforestation. So afforestation means because of love in nature, if you grow a new plants in new place, means which is not covered with the plants before. If you are not committing the deforestation, that is called as afforestation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Meeting is going to
Yes,
end.
sir.
We will meet in a second meeting. You please be from the